Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel where I normally just don't show my face on here because I don't want to, and also this is a different kind of video for me because normally I just make art videos because that's like the only thing I'm good at. But, but this video comes out of the fact that I have not seen anyone on YouTube. As of right now, I'm not seeing anyone on YouTube except for like Hank Green's channel give any commentary on this whole fucking direwolf situation, right? And I think, I don't know, somebody has to do it, and it's bizarre to me that a long YouTube video from like one of my favorite commentary channels does not already exist that talks about this. You can see that if you try to search this up on YouTube, it's all just media channels glazing this thing, and just like almost nobody actually. So I want to talk about it. Like, I'm in no way qualified to talk about this. I've barely done any research, but I am going to right now. It's just I'm so skeptical about this. And let me just give some like really quick reasons why, okay? First of all, this company, it's Colossal Company, right? To me, they look so gimmicky. They look way too polished and clean and like marketed. Like their marketing, their advertising, their whole social media presence is way too flashy to look like a legitimate thing to me, okay? You go onto their Instagram page and it's like, it looks way too, like, it looks what you would imagine a page like this to look if it was like run by non-scientists. Like if the people who were in charge of this project cared way more about looking good for investors and making money and profiting off of this thing rather than doing actual like genuine science that they were passionate about. Like the Instagram page looks sus. It looks sus to me, right? And that's a red flag in my opinion, okay? All this shit, all of this is alleged. Don't come after me, don't sue me. I'm not even a big YouTube channel. Don't sue me. Right. In my opinion, that's the first. Like I don't know. This looks so marketable to me because let me see if I can find that dumbass like DNA strand video or the Tasmanian tiger video thing. By the way, my uni has like an actual Tasmanian tiger like skull, and it's like a really rare thing. I got to see it recently. Anyway, no, that's not the video. Where is it? It was really it really did not scream legitimate to me. It was so gimmicky. Is this or the woolly mammoth or the dodo? When we're trying to build the Tasmanian tiger or the woolly mammoth or the dodo, we're actually editing all over the genome, and we're actually having to really push synthetic biology pretty far and assemble ancient DNA and then edit. So when we're trying to build the... Where we go? Where's the... Oh, where's that stupid video? I can't find it. Anyway, you get my point. Originally in my video, I said that the second red flag was that that team of people advertised didn't seem to have a lot of people who are directly in the field I assume you would need to be in order to do this work. But that was me being ignorant. I think the reason that I felt that way was because there's like only 13 out of the 34 people in here actually come from like gene scientist, bioengineer sort of backgrounds, and the rest are in conservation, bioethics, things like that, which of course you would need for a project like this to do it legitimately, and I understand and respect that. But on first glance, That was the impression I got. I was like, hang on, there don't seem to be enough scientists in this specific field. But I was wrong. And I was wrong. But I do still think 13 out of 34 is a small ratio. Red flag number 3, again, the marketing. It looks so polished. It looks so unnecessarily, like, you know, flashy, and they've got this whole theming going on where it's like they used Jurassic Park theme music, and like a similar style of, like, you know, in the first Jurassic Park movie, there was this like animated DNA strand that has this like really funny, like cute video where it was explaining things. Well, they did something similar in their like Tasmanian tiger video, and it was like, it was quirky, it's cute. But this seems so gimmicky. Like, this is not convincing me that you're a legit company. And also, and here's the most important thing, coming back to the dire wolf, right? If you cared about conservation, if your end goal was conservation and like restoring balance to an ecosystem that we have destroyed by driving an animal extinct, you would be trying to revive an animal that recently went extinct. Like, and this point has been brought up in like several critiques of this whole thing, which, by the way, the only place I've seen anybody critiquing this is on Instagram Reels in the comment section, because the media outlets are all eating this up. Discovery Channel is promoting this on the Instagram page, which, like, you are a legitimate organization. Don't give this thing legitimacy. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah. So, you know, if their goal really was, okay, you know, as the human species, we have messed up by hunting these animals to extinction. Let's rectify this. Let's do something good for our biodiversity and our ecosystems and everything. And then they turn around and the animals that they are trying to revive are ones whose, like, they don't have a place in the current ecosystem. They don't have a place anywhere in the natural order of things, because, like, all the other creatures and the plants and like the whole food chain that they were a part of is also extinct, right? So these animals that they're breeding now, the dire wolves, the woolly mammoths, they can't be released into captivity. They don't have a place in the natural order of things. They'd probably be like an invasive species and disrupt what's actually going on if they release these things into the wild. And I know that these people they don't seem to have any plans to even release these things into the wild in the first place. They seem like they're going to be theme park animals. And I saw someone, again, this was like in a comment section, right? So I'm going to need to verify these. I will put some screenshots and things on screen when I actually find them. Okay, this is what I meant by they look so gimmicky. Like, what is this? Look, like, it looks like science fiction. It looks too fancy and polished. Like, look at this fucking next page. Look at this. Anyway, what I really wanted to find here was, why does it keep disappearing? Oh my god, let me see the menu. Oh wow, is it just one really long page? And why is there a timer countdown on the page? Where's their mission statement? Apparently there was something a bit sus in there. What? Do they just not want anyone to learn about their company? Girl, who designed this fucking website? It's a really nice website, but what? How can I navigate this if I can't even... Okay, you know what? I hate this company. I actually hate them. They can sue me for defamation. You're welcome to. Because this fucking website is the worst thing I have ever seen. But according to, allegedly, according to Colossal's website, there is an implication that their end goal really is the privatization of this. Like, they are going to basically create these cool looking animals, cool formerly extinct animals, and basically it's just a profit thing. It's for the entertainment of their rich investors, and I really wouldn't be surprised if that was the case, because none of this seems to be very authentic to a goal of like conservation. You know, listen, like, you know, I think it would be actually amazing if we could bring back the species that we hunted to extinction. You know, the Tasmanian tiger, the passenger pigeon, the elephant bird. Was the elephant bird during human time? Yeah. You know, humans were the ones that hunted the last batch of woolly mammoths. That's a fun fact. We shared the planet with woolly mammoths at some point. Like, they were nearly extinct by the time humans came into the picture, but there was like a small colony of them left. And we hunted them. So I think it would be, you know, and I grew up reading a lot of books on dinosaurs and other extinct animals, and I used to have this encyclopedia of endangered and extinct animals, and every time I read about one that, you know, existed at the same time as humans and we were the reason they went extinct, it made me feel really sad. So, you know, it would be absolutely incredible if we could bring those creatures back. But if we were to bring anything back, it really, for the sake of everyone and for the sake of that animal too, it would have to be something that went extinct semi-recently, or very recently actually. Like, it can't be an animal whose entire food supply and whose entire natural food supply is already also extinct. Like, it doesn't have a place anymore. Yeah. And okay, another point I'm coming into is that dire wolves, okay, I saw the pictures, they're cute. Again, it's a gimmicky animal, okay? No offense to the dire wolves, they're cute, but like, again, it feels like something you would produce because your rich investors said, oh, you know, we're not interested in like bringing back fucking pollinators. We're not interested in like, you know, reviving an extinct species of very important bee or butterfly. We don't care about that. That's not exciting. Give us like a Game of Thrones wolf. Yeah, that sounds like exactly what happened. Okay, and another point we're coming on to is this is not actually a creature brought back from extinction, right? It's basically the creature that they've got now that they are claiming to be a dire wolf is like a grey wolf with some edited genes. It's not a dire wolf. It's not even a dire wolf. It's a grey wolf where they've like, it's a designer grey wolf that's designed to look like a dire wolf. Like a dire wolf from Game of Thrones. Like it's so sketchy. It's so sketchy, and I would not get my hopes up about this. I want to interject here that when I was talking about this, I remembered and I completely forgot this point. But basically, the whole idea of presenting this grey wolf with edited genes to look like a dire wolf as a dire wolf, what it reminds me of is that that South Korean doctor who pretended that he cloned human stem cells, and like the whole world fell for it. I think I'm going to mention that later on in the video as well. But basically, that guy was a veterinarian, right? That it was not his field. he was not a gene scientist, he was a veterinarian, he was an animal doctor, which, you know, is basically being, it's basically you're a doctor, but it's not the same thing as being a gene scientist who can edit genes and clone stem cells and things, which, you know, the actual gene scientists at the time could not achieve, right? And this whole thing about passing this animal off as a direwolf when it's actually just a grey wolf with some edited genes, it reminds me of that situation, because this guy used to just breed regular old animals, like farm animals, and claim that they were clones when they were not in fact clones. They were just normal animals, and people just bought it. Like, people just took his word for it. It's reminding me of that. Because another thing, historically, that we've seen, very much in recent times too, is that whenever there's like excessive media coverage of a scientific discovery, and the ones who are behind the scientific discovery is, you know, has sort of been elevated to celebrity status, or they're a private company, we've seen that sometimes, maybe too many times, turns out to be fraudulent in one way or the other. Now, I don't want to be sued. I'm not asking for legal trouble. I'm not accusing Colossal of anything. But you guys remember Theranos and how it was like a huge scientific breakthrough, like being able to do blood tests with just a pinprick of blood. And that was so much positive media attention on Elizabeth Holmes. All the major news channels, CNN, BBC, whatever, all of these legitimate news channels that, you know, people have trust in were pushing this as like, oh my God, amazing discovery, you know, pioneer. And it turned out to just be a scam. And like, you know, the media, all of the reputable media outlets pushed it so hard that people thought, you know, it didn't even occur to people that it could be a scam, because all of these legitimate media outlets were giving it legitimacy, right? And I think another example of that is basically every single thing Elon Musk has ever done, right? When this man first came up, he was hailed as this visionary. He got all this press coverage. Every single thing he did was hailed as like, oh my God, revolutionary. This is going to be the future and everything. And look at Elon Musk now. And look at, most importantly, look at most of his projects now, right? It's like meme material, because so much of it has just gone so horrendously wrong, because this man is not actually a visionary. He's just somebody who had ideas and hired a bunch of smart people and made promises that he couldn't really deliver. And it's all going down, right? And again, that was the Korean cloning doctor, which, again, he got the whole world to believe him. It turned out to be completely false in the end. That was that one guy who, I think, was it, I don't remember what the specific discovery was, but I think it was conducting polymers, which conducting polymers actually did end up being like properly discovered, and you know, it was one of the discoveries that like won a Nobel Prize. But before it was actually discovered, that was a guy who faked having discovered it. Don't quote me on this. I'm not sure if it was exactly conducting polymers, but it was something in that field. And yeah, he was also he got to publish like 100 something articles in like Nature or Science, which are like the biggest, most reputable, most hard to get into science journals. And it was all fake. All of his results were bullshit. A lot of it was just, he'd even just been so careless as to just straight up repeat graphs, or have the same graph and just change the labels on them. And still it went unnoticed because, again, people were giving him legitimacy. So again, what I am seeing with Colossal right now is that a lot of reputable sources are giving them legitimacy. So it feels like the same thing is happening all over again. It really does. It feels like the same thing is happening all over again. And maybe in like a year or so, I'll make another video being like, I told you so. I told you so. I don't trust these people. I don't trust them one bit. And look, if anyone, you know, if anyone thinks everything I said in this video is completely wrong, please, like, you know, please come and, yeah, please tell me about it in the comments or something. Make a response to it. Please don't make a response to it, because I don't want my face publicized on the internet. I don't expect a lot of people to see this video. I really don't expect a lot of people to see this video, because this is not the kind of video I normally make. I normally don't want to have my face on the internet. I mean, just look at my art channel. It's I don't show my face. I'm not built for that kind of content. So if you want to disagree with me, you can use this video, you can stitch this or whatever, but please, like, please blur out my face or something. Crop a picture of Brooke onto my face. I don't want to be perceived. I don't want to be seen, okay? Thank you so much for watching this video. I don't know if you want more content like this where I just commented on random things going on, but yeah, I mean, this is an art YouTube channel. So if you like art, if you like drawing and shit, please look at my channel. Otherwise, I don't know if you will ever see me again, but thank you.